Hey there guys, today we'll be taking a look at one of the newest Athearn ready-to-roll pieces, the 3329 Maersk Sealand SD40-2. Now, unlike most of my reviews, we're going to have a big comparison between the latest run and how the originals fared. So, per usual, I'll give you my thoughts, you're going to get a quick detail piece, and then we're going to dive into my thoughts in operation. So let's get started. So to lead this review off, there's been a big push lately with keeping manufacturers accountable. I was going to put this off to the end of the video, but we're going to go ahead and start with what is exactly wrong with this engine. And for that, we'll bring it down beside the original release from the early 2000s. So the big issue on the front end, everything's gorgeous up here. The handrails are right, as you can see. Plenty of roof and horn detail, windshield wipers, all that looks amazing. Then you get right here. What's missing? Coupler cut lever, and it is on the rear. So my assumption is A, they put the ditch lights in the hole where the cut lever would go, or B, they just forgot about it. And I think these locomotives were advertised having the cut lever. Okay, the next issue is a little more obvious. I know this is something normally that shouldn't faze you, but look how sloppy this cab digit came out. I mean, I've got 3 of these locomotives right here from the early 2000s. The one on the right I got for graduation. The other one I bought at a train show. This is the only one, the brand new 2019 production, that has this issue. Now, can it be fixed with a decal? Absolutely. Will I? Most likely. But for a $180 engine out of the box, not what you want to see. And of course the handrail's being popped out, but that's an easy fix. Let it be known though, they actually did use the right kind of glue, because here's the 2019 where you don't see the glue, and here's the one I got for high school graduation with all the glorious yellowed glue on that white. And lastly, we have this very pretty scratch and paint blemish on the left rear flank. Now I realize it's not easy to get everything perfect on these. In fact, this locomotive is beautifully detailed. All 3 of these are. But for what it is, coming out of the box with sound, LEDs, and all the works, I don't want to find a mistake that I'd make on one of my early blue box projects on a $180 plus locomotive. Okay, so nags aside, let's get into the good stuff. Side by side by side, quite literally. So, to clarify, this is the first production run, this is the mid, and this is the 2019 on the very far right. So if you get lost, just look for the foam piece on the engineer side. All 3 of these locomotives are identical. They did a very good job on these, and I'm pleased to say this thing's been fairly consistent. That said, the first run did have a few discrepancies, namely, the only thing I can find paint-wise, the front railings are black instead of white, which they fixed that on the later runs, and one of the grab rails is black instead of blue. Again, very minor. So comparing the one I got for graduation and the brand new release, again, very close. The only glaring difference on the front end is that little gap where the cut lever should be. Besides that, the ditch lights look good, they function well, and they do flash out of the box. So kudos to Athearn for programming those in from the factory. And here we have the Leaning Tower of Maersk Sealand. Say that one 3 times twice. But no, again, all 3 of these locomotives are very consistent. I love the livery. It is one of the coolest paint jobs that NS and even Maersk has even gotten into. So yeah, minus wear and tear on the top and bottom units, these all 3 are identical. I mean, again, the only discrepancy I've found is the paint scratch on the rear flank of my newest one. Besides that, you're getting an awesome engine if you can find one of these, because one thing I've learned, if you get into Maersk or you want to mess with it, good luck finding them intact. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay market premium or make it yourself. With the rivet counter card put away, let's go to the star of tonight's video, the actual 2019 release of the 3329. So we'll start up front. Biggest thing, we have etched metal wipers, and they look really good. LED headlights, RS3L air horn, rooftop antennas. Number boards look alright. Maersk star printed proudly on the nose. Everything looks sharp. Front end, got our airlines, the MU. My last remark, I swear, I promise about the front end. If they'd advertised, yeah, because we're using ditch lights, we can't put a cut lever, that'd be awesome. And for all I know, I could just be missing out on the boat, and they did forget to put it on my locomotive. I don't know. That's up for you guys to decide. If y'all get a hold of one, drop it in let me know in the comments. This could just be another issue like my DNS Jeeps and the UP Jeep 40s in the same run. Going alongside the cab, everything looks ship shape. You will see the LED wires branching through, sliding windows. Everything's very clearly printed. Steps look great. Maersk star good. Maersk Sealand printed cleanly. Again, only defect on this side is my little paint scratch right beside the 3329. So on the rear, we actually do one nice thing. They did paint the MU boxes. So you get the red on the right, black on the left, cut lever, air lines, and everything else lines up neatly. And here's just a quick buzz by the engineer's side. Again, only defect is that second 3 is a little gimpy, so that's probably going to get removed and decaled over and then problem solved. But it's small things like that you shouldn't have to worry about on a locomotive for its price range. I get you're wanting to be budget and value, but at the same time, I don't even see Bachmann making mistakes like that. If they do, they own up to it really quick. Alright, so since the layout's a mess, we're going to keep the operations segment really short. Just know it's a smooth running engine. I'll run it back and forth past the camera, maybe give it a pass with the freight. But I don't want to show you how bad his layout looks, so we're just going to focus on the locomotive. And no, I'm totally not biased with my choice of background container or caboose. So here we go. So here's the factory horn. Very smooth and quiet. In fact, much better than the mid-production run that I've got in my collection currently. So there you have it, guys. The Athearn Ready to Roll NS Maersk 3329. Overall, not a bad engine by any stretch. It runs better than ever. Details are great. I mean, minus a few flaws on mine, I really can't complain. It saved me from having to paint one. But just do your research. Look at the locomotive before you buy it, because you don't want to get stuck with something. But anyway, hope you guys found this review helpful. Thank you again for watching. Y'all are awesome, and I will see you next time.